Hey folks, this is ioEther. We're back with more World of Tanks. As you can see, this is Mojo. He's in his bat chat. This is a tier 10 game on Cliffs. And so we're just gonna go. And my computer has not crashed this time. Good. So I'm hoping it doesn't crash through the entire recording. You guys actually get to see this. I've tried to record this game a couple times over the weekend. That's actually the reason you guys didn't get games over the weekend, was because I was working a ton, and I only had a few minutes each day to record. And so for the last 2 times I've tried to record this game, it has crashed on me midway through, and I was just not I didn't have the time to reset and figure out what was the problem. So this morning I had the time. I sat down. I went through all the programs, everything worked fine, and I started running it. Apparently everything worked fine. So I have no idea what happened over the weekend, but apparently whatever it was is not happening anymore. So I'm very happy. Yeah, so I said this this is obviously the legendary bat chat. It used to be much more legendary back in the day when it was a lot more overpowered than it is right now. Yeah. People used to take this thing, go screaming into enemy lines, unload the entire clip, and then try to scream back out of enemy lines again. And that used to work pretty well back in the day. And this was quite a long time ago in the game, though. That doesn't work anymore. You have to play this thing very, very well if you want to do well in it. And this should be a decent game in it. So if you're looking to learn how to play the bat chat, or you want to know good ways to defend against it, or anything like that, then this game should teach you about what to look for and what to do if you're playing the bat chat, and if you're against the bat chat, how you avoid it, that kind of thing. First off, before he starts opening up here, I do want to show you guys this. He's not coming out with his front pointed out towards the enemy. I mean, in a bat chat, along with most of their light tanks, and because I really consider this thing more of a light tank than a medium. But anyways, so along with most of the other light tanks and mediums and stuff in the game, you don't really have any armor. Technically, there's more armor in the front of the tank than anything else, but that's really only technicality. It's like the difference between paper mache and cardboard. Yes. One is more likely to resist a bullet. However, both are the bullet's still going to go through both, and it's not really going to slow anything down. So, saying that the front of this tank is more protected is just semantics. Doesn't actually mean anything. And so he's reversing out so that if he needs to, after he fires these shots at the grill, assuming he fires at the grill, he can hit the gas and his tank will jump out of the way. Because this thing accelerates quite nicely. And so when he needs to, he can just hit the gas and be out of harm's way. Doesn't have to worry about slowly backing up, because every tank is slower in reverse than it is in forward. And so there's one. There's two. Unfortunately, the second one did not go in. Because the grill did get behind that rock in time. And until just then, we hadn't been spotted, because he was sitting back far enough from that bush that he wasn't getting spotted when he was doing that. Now notice, because he's attacking right now, he's not reloading. With the bat chat, all of your rounds count. You only have 30 rounds in this tank. Each does about 400 damage. You want to make sure each of those rounds count. If you're firing rounds that don't count, you're going to run out of rounds when you need them. He's also doing a lot of firing from cover. So, not necessarily all that cover is 100% like physical cover. But he's doing a lot of shots from when the enemy can't see him. And so, especially for the opening of a game, if you can get a little bit of that terror going in the enemy line, where they don't know where the bat chat's going to strike from next, then that helps a lot, because it puts them a little bit off their game. especially when big dumb heavies are gonna run across open ground for no good reason, you know. And then if you really get to hit them a couple times, that's good too. Unfortunately, the whole mindset thing is probably not going to work in Clan Wars so much, but it works nicely in pubs. Ooh, nice job, and he is able to get the last round off. Unfortunately, because it was a snapshot, he only tracked the WZ. However, that being said, he did force a repair kit use, so that is quite nice. There's Progetto and something else. That must be the i7 coming in on that side against the Centurion Action X. Action X will be okay versus the Progetto, but with the addition of the i7, Action X is likely to lose that trade. Yeah. So since the TVP wasn't paying attention, he does sneak all the way up here. He doesn't get lit doing this though. Unless we're still lit, which is unlikely. And so he can sneak all the way up to here. And then he's going to jump on this poor little LT100 who doesn't know he's here until right about now. And it's a bit late for the poor LT100. Well, unfortunately, low roll means LT gets out of there. And he's not going to follow him over the cliff, which is smart. Because if he'd gone forward over that cliff, he probably would have died. Or at least gone really badly hurt. Notice how he waits until he's definitely not lit before he starts poking it down this way. And he's still going to watch out for that LT because it's still around here somewhere. Auto aim unfortunately misses. Second aim shot, or second shot does not. And third shot connects as well. Wait, was that fourth? I missed. Oh, right. I forgot you put one into the LT1 up top, obviously. And that's where his fourth shot went. Good use of auto aim. He's not using it that much. He's just using it for when he's driving and needs to shoot. And with that i7 waiting for him, he really did need to auto aim onto it. And then rock back and forth. Not necessarily auto aiming. By the way, you could have done that manual aim. It just would have taken a little bit longer and been a little bit more stressful. For some of the best players out there, though, they can do that manually. I can't. Me and my bat chat play would rock that. Rock back and forth using auto aim. However, be very careful when you're rocking back and forth because you're predictably popping up in the same location. Make sure you're not doing it more than once or twice. Or that third time, somebody's going to catch you, and you're not going to like what happens. He's hoping for the back end of the version 4, and I think he's going to get it. Unfortunately, I don't know if he's not running vents or something else. That maybe his crew doesn't have Brother in Arms. But for some reason, he can't see all the way out to the limits of the site. So it took a little bit longer for that V8 to pop, or V4 to pop into sight than necessarily ought to have. He does, however, get to unload his entire clip into it and takes it out of the game. Cool. So now he's down to 15 shots left, so he's unloaded half of his mag so far. We're at 4,000 damage. There is still about 10 enemy tanks left. This is where it starts to get a little tricky. Now he's switched over to his second clip of heat. I don't know if he had his first clip loaded for the before or not. I wasn't paying attention. Doesn't really matter. He needs to not hit tracks with this, and he'll be okay. That looked kind of like a track. But I guess it doesn't matter when you can just two-shot him, right? Now looking for something over here. He could shoot the grill or the Yag Panther. I'm not seeing many targets over this way that he couldn't get also by coming out here, and he would have had better shots if he came out here. The downside is he would not have been a great spot to shoot against the WZ from over here. Whereas in this location, he's a much better likelihood of actually hitting the WZ. Though the IS-7 missed his shot, so, there's that, right? Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Okay, well, we found the IS-7, and apparently we're not going to be able to shoot the WZ. WZ is staying too low and too far back. Or something. Now the enemy has got us a little bit pincered here. I'm going to speed this up a little bit until we start engaging again. Notice the reload, though. He did, in fact, reload because of the fact that he's not engaging target right now. He figured it would be more than 30 seconds before he engaged target again. So he goes ahead and reloads, and he has a fresh clip in for this grill. Now he needs 3 shots to kill this thing, so he plans it out, fires once. Unfortunately, not able to get the second shot off. Now I think the IS-7 got a shot into the grill, so potentially he'll show up as a 1 shot or like half a shot by next he comes up. But again, we're gonna fast forward until something happens because potentially these guys could stalemate for another 6 minutes. Whoa, back end of the WZ. Well, the WZ's looking at the E50, tracks him in place, and 1 more shot. There we go. Unfortunately, not able to kill him, having fired that 1 shell at the grill earlier. He does get the kill, though. He's reloading his last 5 shells. So this here is going to be the last of his full clips. Once this is spent, or if he only spends a few shells of this, there's no point in him reloading. There isn't anything for him to reload. If he doesn't spend these 8 shells wisely, he's going to be in some trouble, and so is his team. So I'm going to speed up yet again because I don't like staring at walls and being bored. So the ioEther is backing up, but it looks like he's getting shot by the STRV or the 1A3. Cool. With friendlies pressing down now, we know that these guys are going to make a dash for it eventually. Just going to speed this up again because I don't like waiting. I've said this enough times. E50M circling around looking for another flank. The Batchat could really be doing that too. But he's not going to, and doesn't need to worry because he's got 2 great targets right in front of him. And 1, 2. Yeah. Oh, you bounced one. Thankfully, he still died. But still, bouncing, that's not what you want to do. He's only got 2 shells left in this mag, and then he's going to be reloading half of a mag. If he's anything like me as a Batchat player, you hate that. But in fact, I would start reloading here in a second. He's not going to get the shell in the grill. That's going to be the E50 shell. Oh, that is a Type 5. You bounced it, and yeah, he doesn't bounce you. Now, Type 5 is going to shoot again here in a second. Nope. Game is going to be over. Okay. Deal enough then. Oh, that is an epic tank and so close to a Phantom's medal, but obviously it's just a lot harder to get that in a Batchat than a regular tank. Well done, sir. Thank you very much for watching, and let's jump over and see his battle results and what he got out of this, because I'm pretty sure it would be pretty awesome. Mojo went on to, not only was this an anti-anchor spotter, bruiser, and he got the fire for effect, he also gets the Confederate, the high caliber, and the tank sniper. Wow. Also, I meant to say, what I was trying to say before, my tongue got all tied, was that Mojo, when he sent this in, said this was the best game he's ever had in Batchat. And I don't doubt that. This is one of the best games I've seen in Batchat in a very long time. And I always put up my Batchat replays because it is one of my favorite tanks. So yeah, I'm sure you can stack that against a bunch of the other Ratchet replays, and it'll come out fairly up near the top. Great job, Mojo. This was actually a lot of fun. I love the jump scare you get by the Type 5 in the end, where he's just like, he obviously just had it with all the things, and he just has to come up after you. That was a great bit of ending. Thank you so much. I love to see this. I can't wait for your next game. And I'm sorry, guys, that I didn't get games out over the weekend. Hopefully, this will start to make up for that, and we'll get games out on more regular schedule again. This weekend could be a little bit thin on videos as well. I'm going to try and stock them up so you guys don't notice anything, but we'll see how that works out. Thank you all for watching. Have a great night. This is ioEther out.